What is going on with Jade Cargill? Well, in this video, I'm going to try to break this down because I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting a little freaking worried and I want to know about this mystery. What is going on with Jade? Right? Because Jade has been off of television for quite some time. Now, she is keeping up with her training schedule while away from WWE television. Let's kick this thing back. Hit the rewind button, if you will. So in late 2024, WWE, they did a random injury angle on Smackdown where a mystery attacker ambushed her, laid her out on top of a car. We're like, okay, she's women's tag team champions with Bianca Belair. There's been no reports of her banged up or injured or taking time off. What is going on? And the original belief, according to Meltzer and Fightful and others, that Jade Cargill was going to be out for a while because she was dealing with a legitimate injury. Now, Uncle Dave Meltzer, he noted that her absence was going to be at least 3 months, if not longer. Then on Thanksgiving, there was a conflicting report by PW Insider, and they noted that Jade Cargill wasn't injured and that the mystery attacker angle was just purely a storyline. Now, keep in mind that Fightful and Meltzer and others have noted that no, Jade Cargill is on WWE's internal injury list. She is injured, and they don't kayfabe that list, right? So then PW Insider comes out with a report saying that Jade was on vacation with her family in mid-December. And then throughout January, even into this month, Jade Cargill has been training at the Performance Center. Okay? It's been like a month-long training session at the Performance Center. And PW Insider, they continuously say, oh, it's just an angle. She's fine. She's not injured, but she's just training at the Performance Center. I want to know this. Why is it that Jade Cargill has been off television for months? Everyone but PW Insider is reporting that Jade Cargill is injured. For whatever reason, PW Insider, they believe, according to their sources, that no, this is just a ruse. She's not actually injured. Yet, you have Jade Cargill at the Performance Center for a month training for her in-ring return. That doesn't make any sense because if you just take time off because you want to hang out with your fam, you want to go shoot a movie, you have other projects, whatever, anything that is non-injury related, why do you need 3 months off and why are you at the Performance Center doing in-ring training for a month? Right? It wasn't like she just fell out of shape over the course of a few months to the point where she needs a month's worth of in-ring training. Like, what are we doing? And why is it that you are the only one that is reporting that she's injured? Right? Now, keep in mind, in my list of who I believe when it comes to reports, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select he's the GOAT. In my opinion, he's the best out there to report stuff. Then it goes WrestleVotes because they're almost always right. Like they rarely ever miss. Then it's Mike Johnson of PW Insider, and then it's Dave Meltzer. Mike Johnson does an amazing job over there. He's very clear cut. He's very thorough, and he's very accountable. So just because I rank him third does not mean I'm taking any shots at him. I'm not. I have a ton of respect for Mike Johnson, PW Insider. But I just want to know what is going on exactly? And why did Jade Cargill not return to the Royal Rumble? And why is Jade Cargill not back on television? Because we all know that when she returns to WWE TV, she's going to be going after the mystery attacker. Now, in her absence, Nick Aldis, GM of Smackdown, he gave an ultimatum to Bianca Belair. Find a new tag team partner or vacate the titles. Either way, we got to do something with these belts. You can't just sit on them, right? So she got Naomi. And Naomi and Bianca Belair, they've defended the titles and they teamed up and they've been on television together. And that has led to speculation that Naomi is going to be revealed as the mystery attacker. It'll give her a little bit of life because as a babyface, she's been in the mix, but she hasn't felt necessarily important. She's just kind of felt there, if you will. And it gives different avenues. So, number one, it gives her a heel turn. It gives her a huge spark in terms of a life of a character. It also gives her a feud. It allows Bianca to go on her singles run. It allows Jade to go on her singles run, get revenge. And you do so without necessarily having a very dramatic split up of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, and they can save the singles match for a later date and time when the fan base is ready. I like it. That's good. I'm good with that. But, why is Jade Cargill not on TV? Why hasn't she made her return yet? When is she going to make her return? Heck, it could be this week on SmackDown, but I just don't see it. There's just a lot of mystery behind it. Now, I understand that Jade Cargill is a very private person. Got no problem with that. Hey, that's her business. If you go back to her AEW days, she dropped the TBS championship to Chris Statlander at Double or Nothing, and then just took time off. And all it was she's looking at Hollywood projects. She's going to take time off. And she was gone for multiple months. She shows up randomly on a Dynamite. They do a match with her and Chris Statlander that night for a collision match, I believe, or a Rampage match. I think it was a Rampage match. And then she was off. And it was literally reported that night, the same night she returned, Jade Cargill's back, but she's leaving and she's going to WWE. And it's like, whoa. Like that, there was no hints that her contract was coming up. There was no hints that she was unhappy. There was no hints that she was going to go to WWE, although the signs were there in terms of, like, if you just look on paper, she looks smart, she acts smart, she is a perfect fit for WWE. They go with presentation and imagery and charisma and promos and everything like that. She fit the WWE mold better. I think she actually made a brilliant decision going from AEW to WWE. I think that move's going to pay off huge, especially with her Hollywood aspirations, something in which she's talked about openly about in the past. So I think that move's going to pay off big for her. But in a time in which it's going to be very interesting to see how WWE uses her as a singles once she does return, because I think that's where they're going. I would say this. I think a big indication as to when Jade Cargill is about to return, it's whenever Naomi and Bianca lose the titles, and I think Naomi will turn on Bianca, and then Jade comes back. Or they just lose the titles, and then Jade Cargill comes back, and Naomi is exposed as the heel, as the attacker. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it. I'm just spitballing here. But I'm very, very curious to see, because they're going to protect Jade as a singles. You know that. And that's good. You want them to protect her as a singles. I'm just curious to see, who her first few feuds are with and how fast they can get a women's world title on her, which, hey, she deserves. So we'll see how everything plays out. But yeah, what is going on with Jade?